Hello and welcome to JK SPORS TV. We're kicking things off with a brand new program dedicated to the best league in the world. That's right, you guessed it, it's the Premier League. We'll be bringing you all the goals, the drama and the talking points every week so you don't miss a beat. So thank you for tuning in to JK SPORS TV's Premier League weekly magazine. Here's our comprehensive Game Week 16 report for the English Premier League. Let's get straight into it. Well, we start at the City ground, and what a game we had on our hands. Nottingham Forest, they left it late, but they snatched a dramatic victory against Aston Villa. It looked like Villa were on course for a win after John Duran put them ahead in the first half. They had chances to put the game to bed, but Forest, they hung in there. And in the dying minutes, they turned it around. Milenkovic popped up with an equaliser before Elanga, the super sub, slotted home the winner in stoppage time. What a turnaround. Nuno Espirito Santo will be delighted with his team's fighting spirit. They never gave up, and they got their rewards in the end. As for Unai Emery, he'll be wondering how his side let that one slip away. A huge shock at Molineux, as Ipswich Town went and beat Wolves on their own patch. It started with an own goal from Matt Doherty, and you could just sense it might be one of those days for Wolves. Matthias Cunha did equalise for the home side, but it wasn't enough. Ipswich, they battled hard all game, and they got their reward late on when Jack Taylor popped up with the winner. The final whistle blew, and the celebrations from the travelling Ipswich fans, well, they could be heard all the way back in Suffolk. As for Wolves, a disappointing result, and it cost manager G. O'Neill his job. Talk about a statement performance. Newcastle United were simply irresistible as they dismantled Leicester City at St James's Park. Eddie Howe's men were at their scintillating best, blowing Leicester away with an attacking masterclass. Jacob Murphy, he was the star of the show, bagging himself a brace. Guimarães and Isak also got on the score sheet as Newcastle ran riot. Leicester, well, they just couldn't cope with Newcastle's intensity. Ruud van Nistelrooy, he'll be hoping for a much improved performance from his side next time out. 4-0 it finished, a thoroughly deserved victory for Newcastle.
Thriller at Anfield. Liverpool and Fulham shared the spoils in a 2-2 draw. Fulham's spirited display, led by Pereira and Muniz Carvalho, matched Liverpool's efforts from Gakpo and Jota. Gilroy and Silva both had mixed feelings about the result.
No goals at the Emirates, as Arsenal and Everton played out a goalless draw. It was a frustrating afternoon for Mikel Arteta's men, who just couldn't find a way past a resolute Everton defence. Arsenal had plenty of possession, but they just couldn't create any clear-cut chances. Everton, well, they defended like their lives depended on it, and they'll be delighted to come away with a point. Sean Dyche, he's got them well organised at the back, and they're proving a tough nut to crack. Arsenal, though, they missed an opportunity to close the gap at the top of the table. Were in ruthless form as they demolished Southampton at St Mary S. 5 goals, a clean sheet, it was the perfect away performance from Ange Postecoglou's side. James Maddison, he was the architect of Southampton's downfall, scoring 2 goals and tormenting the Saints' defence all afternoon. Dejan Kulusevski and Papamatar Sarr also got in on the goal-scoring act as Spurs ran riot. It was a tough day at the office for Southampton, and for their manager Russell Martin, it proved to be his last. He was relieved of his duties after the game. A hard-fought victory for Chelsea as they edged past Brentford at Stamford Bridge. It was a tight, tense affair, but in the end, Chelsea's quality shone through. Marc Cucurella and Nicholas Jackson got the goals for Mauricio Pochettino's side, while Brian Mbeumo's late strike proved to be nothing more than a consolation for Thomas Frank's bees. Chelsea. Well, we finish with the big one, the Manchester derby. And it was Manchester United who came out on top against their local rivals. Manchester City dominated the first half, but they couldn't find a way past a stubborn Manchester United defence. And they were made to pay in the second half. Bruno Fernandes equalised from the penalty spot after then the winner. Amad Diallo pulled a beauty past Ederson in the City goal. Old Trafford erupted. As for Pep Guardiola, he'll be wondering how his side managed to lose that one. Crystal Palace picked up a comfortable victory against Brighton at Selhurst Park. 2 goals from Ismaila Sarr and 1 from Conor Gallagher were enough to secure all 3 points for the Eagles. Brighton actually took the lead, albeit through a Mark Guehi own goal, but they couldn't hold on to their advantage. Palace were clinical in front of goal, and they thoroughly deserved their victory. It was a tough afternoon for Roberto De Zerbi's Brighton, who will be looking for a response after. So there you have it. Another dramatic weekend of Premier League action. There were plenty of talking points, from Nottingham Forest's late show to Manchester United's derby delight, and of course, we have to mention the managerial casualties. Wolves decided to part ways with G. O'Neill after their home defeat to Ipswich, while Southampton showed Russell Martin the door following their heavy loss to Tottenham Hotspur. That's all from us this week, but remember, we'll be back next week with more goals, more drama, and more twists and turns from the most exciting league in the world. Stay tuned for more updates, analyses, and insights from JK Sports TV.